Are you familiar with the spline joint?
No, I'm
Okay.
absolute newbie. I've been
Okay, well that's why that is another reason why we're here, is we've been doing this and we love the modern stuff and the Domino machine. We understand it's expensive. We have, really good tools, but we came up without that stuff. So instead of the Domino machine, you can easily do a spline joint. Absolutely, you can use dowels if you're so inclined.
What a 3/8 inch dowel.
3/8 inch dowel, and we've done it before.
It's
It's
just
just
a little bit, and make sure you line it up right. And
Yep.
Practice a couple times first to get it
Exactly.
in the right spot, and then cover up your mistakes when you're shaping it after you're done.
yeah.
Right?
We can hide a lot of sins, but yes, fantastic question. That's what actually this is really all about. Is we operate. Ed and I operate at one level, but we've done it every way possible. Ed maybe eventually we'll talk about all the tools that we thought were the best things since sliced bread, and you buy it and use it, and you say, no, that's not any good, and what a waste. So we're going to try to keep you from making those same mistakes. So excellent. Yeah, we'll maybe we'll do a spline. Write that down, Kevin. We'll do how to do a spline joinery and in lieu of dominoes or whatever. I don't really like dowels. It's very hard to register and very hard to make it perfect. But a spline is very simple, comes off the saw, and it's great. So you could do this easily with the spline. In fact, the splines actually look kind of cool too. You can use them as a decorative thing. Good. Well, again,
we're not going to
yeah,
do it right now.
we only have a limited time, but
Thank you. I appreciate that. Looks like a fun project.
just keep in touch with Kevin, Cucamonga.
Yeah, the website, Cucamongawoodworking. I'll usually answer emails mostly in the evenings when I have a little spare time for it.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
All right. Anybody else have a question? What about market? You've been here with us. Do you have any questions of any type at all, or?
Okay. Again, this is kind of an exploratory thing for Kevin,
Yep.
to find out where the interest lies, and getting information, building an audience.
Yeah, and, part of it is there are a lot of newer woodworkers out there. I've been, talking to people active in the newer woodworking community, and people looking for information on how to do stuff, and that's kind of one of the reasons we're doing this, is to make these people with the experience available for questions about stuff. And, I think it's pretty important, and because that's what helped me out. I tried to do some random stuff. Like I said, I bought a really cheap bandsaw after Dennis saying don't buy anything, just use my stuff, and and I might as well throw that in the dump because it just really barely works when a jigsaw is about as useful as that cheap bandsaw I bought, which was like so.
Yeah, one of Ed and I, one of the things that we try to really tell people is, what is it, Ed? Buy once?
Buy good, buy once.
Okay. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I have a little bandsaw over here. Here. Yeah. This little guy right here.
Right over here. Yep.
I bought that 40 years ago. I use it every day. Best investment. I think it cost me $400 in 1980, and I've used that thing every day. It's incredible. $400 back in 1980 was a lot of money for me, and it hurt, but I'm so glad I did. And that basically, most of the tools I have, I was fortunate I bought good
Buy once.
and buy once. That, if you can.
Addressing your concern about the Domino machine. I keep mine under my pillow every night. Okay?
Precious.
I go to bed with it. I think the question to ask yourself is, how many times am I going to use this tool before you invest $1,000? Because if you only have one project and that's it, it's really not good use of your money. But if you think, well, I can do this and this and this and this, and it keeps going on and on and on, well, it is probably one of the most mesmerizing tools I've ever used in my life. I'd still like to take it apart and see how they did the thing. It is so accurate and so repeatable. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but back in
I will.
back in 1975, I made some bookcases.
There you go.
They looked horrible. They were for a friend, my wife's friend. I delivered them. Her husband and some friends helped me take them out of the truck, and they said, "Oh, did you make these?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, they look homemade." That was the turning point in my woodworking career. I said to my wife on the way home, "I'm not doing this anymore." She said, "What do you mean you're not going to do woodworking?" I said, "No, I'm going to go out and buy some good tools." And that was the turning point. So there is a degree of perfectionism that you can get washed up with. You have to be careful that you don't end up trying to make something within 1/10000000th of an inch of accuracy. You know what I mean? Perfection is good, but you have to draw a line someplace. But you buy cheap tools. Unless you're really good, you're going to end up with cheap product. Trust me, you're not going to be happy with it. So just ask yourself that one question: where do I want to go with this?
What kind
That's
of
all.
woodworker do you want to be?
What kind of work do I want to do? How? There is a study that was done on all kinds of joinery, and the Biscuit joiner the Biscuit actually has strength. A lot of people said it was just for alignment. It does have, it adds about 10% additional strength. The Domino adds about 20%. It's a little stronger, but you can do more with the Domino than you, like with his stool, you can't use a Biscuit. Okay? The Biscuit will protrude, I mean, if you could find a little tiny one, but it would go right through both sides and you couldn't use it. So they both have similar attributes, but they're basically for slightly different applications, because the Biscuit joiner came out in about 1980 something. Up till then I was using dowels and pulling my hair out. And I thought that I died and went to heaven when I bought the Biscuit joiner. It was unbelievable, the accuracy of the alignment. But the Domino machine, like if you're going to make a chair, you can basically do a loose mortise and tenon joint with the Domino machine all around the whole chair, but you can't do it with a Biscuit. So it has more flexibility. But you're right. If you're just going to do glue-ups, flat surfaces, buy a Biscuit joiner and use a good quality glue, and you're not going to have a problem.
All right, well, we're gonna wrap things up here in a minute or two. I appreciate everyone coming, and like we mentioned, this is gonna be a pretty standard Monday.
You can
about this
leave,
time.
I'll continue. I'm on a roll, man, come on, guys. No, it's been fun.
Yep. Anyone have any last minute questions or comments or anything? Thanks for showing up.
Can we, legs, I'd like to learn more how to make different types of legs. I saw this one, and then it had like black on the bottom, so it was a black wood, maybe, I don't know, ebony or something. And, it was about that much. I saw now how they make legs, with the curves to put on the side of a dresser. I'm kind of getting tired of the same thing I know how to do.
Okay.
I could get the tapering part, but legs have gone.
I wrote it on my list, how to make legs and all the different types of
Yeah.
possible variations.
I'll give
So-
you the secret to it in about 5 seconds. Go to a drafting supply store or online and look for ship's curves or French curves. Or we made up a set of curves from 24-inch radius up to 600 radius, and they're 4 feet long. They're hanging up back on the wall back there. I don't know if you can see them.
Yeah,
You need to have various curves, and when you take your piece of paper and you put that curve on there and draw
Ship's curves.
chips, these are, oh, this is the one I use all the time.